Yes. You can start your roll number writing. Yes, you have already started. Yes, this is our unit 1, the market failure and externality. Public good and merit good. That was our unit 1. So I'm going to discuss this again. If you have any query here, because I think all of you have finished unit 1 in your home. So if you have any problem from your unit 1 or anywhere from my discussion for today, you can ask. So what are the basic reasons behind the market failure or externality? Now the thing is, what is market failure? Market failure means when the price mechanism cannot work. Okay? That means when price mechanism cannot clear the market, there must be some shortage or some surplus in the market. So this is called the market failure. Market fails to clear the market. The system fails to clear the market. And the externality, now the question is why there is market failure, why price mechanism cannot work efficiently? Because there is externality. Okay, and all of you know what is externality. Externality is actually the byproduct of your activity. The activity may be consumption, the activity may be production. Okay, so through those sorry, through those activities you may have some positive externality or negative externality, maybe for consumption side, maybe for the production side. Just a minute. Yes. So now why there is externality and why market fails? The basic reasons are there are basically 3 reasons. The first reason is the public good or social good. If the commodity which is in the market is a public good or the social good, as you know, once the public good is available, it is available for all by the same quantity. So your demand is not determining the amount of public good available. Once it is available by the same quantity for all. You may demand less, someone may demand more, but the same quantity is available to all. So that is a problem of the public good. And here we are going to discuss about the problem of public good in case of the market failure. The second problem is the mixed good. Mixed good means if we are going to consume one private good and one public good. Okay, then how my consumption will be optimal and how it will create problem for the market and externality also, that is a problem. And the third one is the imperfect competition. That is another reason behind the market failure. And that we have already discussed in earlier semesters, that if there is monopoly, if there is oligopoly, if there is any type of imperfection in the market, how our social welfare is affected. There is a deadweight loss. Always there is a deadweight loss for any type of market other than perfectly competitive market. So market fails for any type of imperfectly competitive situation. But as this is our public finance paper, so that imperfectly competitive market structure, this is not in our syllabus and also it is already discussed. So we are going to remove we are not going to discuss point 3. We will discuss the market failure and the public good, market failure and the mixed good. Okay, so the first part, the properties of the commodities, all of you know that the commodity may be excludable, may be rival, may be non-excludable, may be non-rival. So based on this property, there are 4 types of commodity. It may be private good, it may be public good, it may be natural monopoly, it may be common resource. So you know that the table of chapter 11 in our manual, right? So from there, you know which type of commodities are there in the market, depending on their excludable and the rivalry property. Okay. Now, when 2 commodities are private, we have discussed this part already. Actually, we have started from the part from which we have discussed, the known area. Okay. So this is also known. Why? Because if 2 commodities are private, that means the commodities are non-excludable and sorry, the commodities are excludable and rival in nature. Then what will be the equilibrium, what will be the optimum condition for the market to have the efficient allocation, right? So if we want to achieve the consumption optimality, then there should be the equality between the MRS, marginal rate of substitution. You know, MRS of individual 1 is equal to MRS of individual 2 and all this. Okay, so this is the case of the consumption optimality that we did, that we did in case of Pareto optimality. Right. Now, the second one is the production optimality. That means if there are two producers who are going to produce two commodities with two factors of production, then what will be the optimal condition? The optimal condition is the equality between the MRTS, that is MRTS of producer 1 is equal to MRTS of producer 2. MRTS means marginal rate of technical substitution. Okay, so these are, we have discussed everything here on the assumption that two commodities X and Y, they are private in nature. That means they are excludable. That means when we are going to purchase it, we have to pay the money and there is a price for the commodity. And at the same time, it is excludable. That means if you are consuming the commodity, no one else can consume the commodity. Okay, so these, based on this assumption, we have discussed about the production optimality and consumption optimality already. But if two commodities are not private, right, there is no guarantee that you are going to consume always the private commodity. There are so many public goods that are consuming in our real life. So if one of those commodities is a public commodity, then what will be the optimal condition, and how the market is getting problem from this public good? Okay, so this is our concern here. So here we are going to discuss the thing that one commodity is private and one commodity is public. That is what I said. No? There is no guarantee that we have to consume all commodities as private commodity. Okay, we are consuming so many public goods. We are using the transport, we are using the defense service, we are using the public road, so many things. So the water supply, we are using so many public goods in our daily life. So if we are going to consume the commodities, it's a combination of private and public good, then how to get the optimal allocation? Okay, so here is the thing I have shared already. This is from Ghosh and Ghosh, I think. Yes. So here what is assumed that there are two factors of production. One is labor and capital, whose endowments are fixed in nature. Okay. So for labor it is L bar, for capital it is K bar. Okay. So for L bar and K bar we have it. This is constant. There are two factors of production. There are two commodities which are produced. The first one is a private good known as X, and the second one is a public good which is known as G. Now both X and G, they are using labor and capital. Okay, so both commodities, whether it is a private good or a public good, they are produced by labor and capital. And these are consumed by two individuals, individual A and individual B. Okay, so this is the structure. Two factors of production, labor and capital, whose endowments are fixed. Two commodities, X and G, who are using both labor and capital for the production. X is a private good, G is a public good. There are two individuals, A and B, who are consuming both private and public good. Okay, so this is the basic structure. Now, based on this structure, what is the here again we are going to find out the Pareto optimality just like before, right? Because our objective is to find out the efficient, look at the heading, efficient allocation of resources in the presence of private and public good. So how to allocate the resources, that means how to allocate labor and capital efficiently, okay, among this private and public good. So here what to do, we have to fix utility of one individual, and given the utility of that individual, you have to maximize utility of another individual. Okay, just like the Pareto optimality situation. So here we are going to maximize utility of individual A. It is written as UA, which is a function of XA, that is the amount of X, that is the amount of private good consumed by individual A. And look at G, there is no GA. Why? Because G is a public good, and once it is available, the same amount is available for all. So G is for A, G is for B. So there is no need to write GA and GB, because GA is equal to GB is equal to G. Okay. So that is why we are writing it as a G in the consumption function or the utility function of individual A. Now subject to, so what are the constraint? Individual B's utility is constraint. The utility of individual B is written as XB and G. Again, as I said, G is a constant one and XB is there. Now XA plus XB, that is the total amount of X, that is the total amount of private good which is consumed by both the individual, and this is a function of the labor and capital. Labor and capital used to produce the private good X. Okay, so Lx and Kx, they are function of Lx and Kx. Now G. G is definitely, G is a function of Kg and Lg, right? Because the amount of capital used to produce the public good, the amount of labor used to produce the public good. So it should be Kg and Lg. But here, just to not to use so many variables, so it is replaced. Okay, that Kg is replaced by K bar minus Kx, because Kx plus Kg is equal to K bar. The amount of capital used in X production and amount of capital used in G production, that should be equal to the total endowment of capital. So that is why that Kg is replaced by K bar minus Kx, and similarly L bar minus Lx. So this is the functional form of the G. Okay, so this is the optimality of optimization problem. So again, you have to use the Lagrange and all, and if you apply that Lagrange, then you will get this type of Lagrangian expression. Similar, we are very much used to this type of equation. It is known to us that what will be. So this is the Lagrangian equation, and then we are going to find out the first order condition. So the first order condition is del z del xa, del z del xb, del z del z, that is with respect to all the variables, del z del kx and del z del lx. Okay, so these are the first order conditions. Now from all the first order conditions, what are the variables? The variables are xa, xb, g, kx, lx. So you have 5 equations and you have 5 unknowns. Okay, so you have 5 equations and 5 unknowns. So now you can find out the optimal values of all of your unknown variables. Now, how to find out the optimal condition? Look, from equation, yes, from this equation, del f del kx by del f del, del f del kx divided by del h del kg. That will be lambda by mu with a minus sign. No, not with a minus sign, only lambda by mu. Similarly, here del f del lx divided by del h del lg is equal to lambda by mu. So they are equal, so that will be the optimal condition. So what is del f del kx? Very sorry. So del f, look, it is written here. Del f del kx divided by del h del kg. This is from equation 2.8, I think. Yes. Del f del kx divided by del h del kg. So this is equal to, this is what? This is the marginal rate of technical substitution with respect to g and x. Okay. This is the marginal rate of technical substitution between g and x. And del f del lx divided by del f del lg, this is the marginal rate of technical substitution between g and x. Okay, so that is our optimal condition. If one commodity is a private one and one commodity is a public one, or we can write it like this: that del UA del G divided by del UA del X, that is the marginal rate of substitution for individual A, plus marginal rate of substitution of individual B, that is equal to lambda by mu. So if there is no public good, all the commodities are private commodities, then we know the optimal condition is MRS of individual A is equal to MRS of individual B, right? That we know. But if one of those commodities is a public good, then the optimality condition is changed. And now the optimality condition is MRS of individual A plus MRS of individual B is equal to lambda by mu. Okay. And lambda by mu is what? Lambda by mu is nothing but the MRTS GX. So this is the optimality condition if one commodity is a public good and another commodity is a private good. It is written here. Look at 2.13. MRS of individual A plus MRS of individual B is equal to MRTS of GX. So this is the optimal condition if one of the two commodities is a public good. Okay. Now what will be the diagram? Here again the same thing we are going to represent diagrammatically. Yeah? So what we are doing here, there are two diagrams. The first diagram on the horizontal axis, G is measured, on the vertical axis, X is measured. Okay, and here on the next diagram, horizontal axis is same as before, that is G, and on the vertical axis, XA is measured, that is the amount of the private good which is consumed by individual A, that is measured. So X minus XA, that will be XB. So this is how. Now the first diagram is showing the PPF. Simple PPF between the public good and the private good. Okay, there is full employment of resources and all. So you have this normal PPF. Fine. Now given this PPF, say indifference curve of individual B is I naught B. Okay, so this is the indifference curve of individual B. Now, if this is the indifference curve, and look, they are intersecting each other, that is a PPF and the indifference curve of individual B, they are intersecting each other at this point, right? Look at my cursor, it is intersecting at this point. Now, at this point, the amount of G naught, this is constant. Once it is given, so it is given to individual A as well. Okay, so G naught is constant. Now, given this G naught, now look what happens. If it is intersecting at this point, that means the total amount of X which is produced at this point is totally consumed by individual B, right? Because this is also the consumption point of individual B given G naught. And this is the production point of the economy. So whatever private good is produced by the economy is fully consumed by individual B. So there is not a single unit of private good available for individual A. So individual A cannot consume a private good. Okay. So if it is, then it is represented in the second diagram. It is represented in the second diagram. Look, that G naught is constant because we are measuring the same thing along the horizontal axis. So that is why that G naught is there, and XA is 0 here, right? Given that G naught, XA is 0, and I have explained why XA is 0. Why? Because the total amount of the private good, that is X, is produced by the economy is consumed by individual A. Okay? Nothing left for individual B. Sorry, nothing left for individual A. Everything is consumed by individual B. So that is why this is the consumption opportunity of individual A. Okay. Now, if you are moving along the indifference curve, say it is here. Say it is here. Now, individual B's consumption point is here along his indifference curve. Fine. Now, if it is here, then G naught is, sorry, it may be G star. Yes, G star is available. Okay, so G star amount of the public good is produced and consumed by individual A and individual B. Now, given this G star, if, or rather I should say that if G star is produced by the economy, if G star is produced by the economy, then individual B will consume XB, right? XB amount of private good. Huh? But the economy, given G star, the economy is producing X star of private good. So out of this X star, XB star is going for individual B. So what left? X star minus XB star. So this is available for individual A to consume. Okay, I'm not telling you that must be consumed by individual A. I'm saying that this is the amount of private good available for the consumption of individual A. Okay, this is just the availability. So this is represented here. Okay, it is written here X A star is equal to X star minus XB star. So this much of the commodity X is available for individual A. Okay, so this is how you are getting a curve like this. You are getting a curve. It's an inverted U sort of. Okay, inverted U-shaped curve. So what the curve is showing? The curve is actually showing the consumption possibility. It is named as the consumption possibility locus, CPL, consumption possibility locus of individual A. So these are the possibilities. These are the possibilities for, these are the options, I should say, these are the options for individual A of consumption. Okay, this is the consumption options. He may consume here, he may consume here, here along the curve, he can consume. Individual A can consume. Okay, so this is the option or the opportunity. The name is consumption possibility locus. So this is the locus. But what will be the actual consumption point? The actual consumption point must be on the tangency between individual A's indifference curve and the possibility locus, right? Because this indifference curve is showing what the individual wants to consume, and the possibility is showing what he can consume. Okay, so at the tangency, what individual wants is getting that. Okay, so that is why that will be the optimum point. Now, given this optimum point, you can understand it will be G star. G star amount of the public good should be produced by the economy. And given the G star, as we know that XB star will be consumed by individual B, so the rest will be consumed by individual A. So this is how the public and the private good will be allocated among the individuals. Okay. If you have any problem, you can ask. Do you have any problem? Yes. Do you have any problem? You can ask. Otherwise, I'm just taking just like another class I'm taking. Na, it should not be. If you have some problem, you are free to ask now because all of you have done your unit 1. Yes. Do you have any problem? Then just give me 1 minute. I'm coming back with the question paper. Huh? Just give me 1 minute. Do you have any question paper with you right now? I'm searching, but everything is haphazard for me. So if you have a proper question paper, you can ask me any question from there. If you have any problem, do you have any question paper?
Ma'am, can you please explain the merit good part?
Acha, yes. This is one question. Any other question? Anything else? I think it was discussed, huh? কোথাও একটা বলেছিলাম আমি। Made it good. Look, can you hear me? Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
audible? Yes. Okay, fine. So merit good means, look, it is a type of the public good. Hmm. It is given, it and the good has some positive externality. Okay. I have to search the exact literature, then I will definitely share in LMS. But before that, I'm just giving you some idea that merit good means a type of commodity. When you are consuming the commodity, it will give some external benefit. Okay, some positive externalities are there. I think I have discussed it, right? I have discussed it. But what happens sometimes people cannot understand. People cannot understand about the externality, the positive externality what they are getting. That is why it is under consumed. For example, consider education. Say you are getting education, right? And your locality is getting benefit of education, because once you are getting educated, your behavior, your attitude, your activity with respect to the society, everything has changed and everything is working for the good, right? Everything, I just assume that you are working for the good of the society, you are doing nothing harm for the society, right? So people can see and think that okay, that person is getting education, so I should do this. Or after getting your, this is one type of externality, positive externality. Another is your, your activity, a daily activity, these are also giving some positive benefit to the society. So everything is there. So but this is not this is not clear to the people who are getting the benefit. Hmm. If you ask the person, if you are asked the neighbor that are you getting any benefit as I'm getting education, you will just laugh that, oh, what you are saying, are you mad? But the thing is, he is getting the benefit. If you are not getting the education, if you are not getting that proper type of education, you will misbehave, you will make some nuisance for the society, so these are not at all good. So in that case, you are giving some positive benefit, but once the benefit is calculated, this portion is neglected. Again, that external benefit which you are giving to the society, it is not considered. So that is why it is underestimated. Hmm. For example, another example is health. If you are a healthy person, if you are taking care of your health, then definitely it will good for your locality. Otherwise, if you are a ill, say, if you are not feeling well for throughout the year, you are getting this disease, that disease, and all, you are getting the always you are consuming medicines, you are going for the test and everything. So that is not giving a good for the people of your society. Okay. And you may make some problem for the society as well, na? You may make some, I can say that you may have some contaminated, okay, not you, huh? I may get some contaminated disease that will be harmful for my society and all. So this is how I am making some, I may make some negative externality, but as I am a healthy person, as I am taking care of my health, as I am going for the regular health checkup and everything, so I'm giving some positive benefit to my society. Okay, but when the benefit of the healthcare is considered, that positive side, which actually the byproduct of my healthcare, is not calculated. So it is always under consumed. This is the merit good, and I think that literature I have given to you, just check your WhatsApp group. I have given it. It may be from Lekhi or it may be from Goshan Ghosh. I can't remember right now, but it is there. Just check. So is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
I think it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
clear. No? Yes, it is there. So exact literature right now I don't have. So that is why I'm just giving you the idea. Anything special about the merit good you want to know? আচ্ছা, আর কোনো query থাকলে বলো না, otherwise I'm going to search my question paper again. It's so haphazard. If you have any particular question, well, all of you have the 10 years question paper, I think. So just ask question from there. I don't know why I'm not getting any public finance question paper. Yes, I have one. Mention and explain two important properties of public good. Very easy, na? It's a 4 marks question. So externality and the rivalry. Non-externality, non-excludability and non-rivalry. So these are the properties. Uh, अच्छा. Under what condition the value of BBM is not under unit 1 anyway. Under what condition the value of balanced budget multiplier is 1? All of you know what is the answer. Better the proportional clearly discuss the Lindell optimum provision of the public good. Do you think that an indirect tax necessarily imposes an excess burden compared to direct tax? Look, we have discussed on this. I have only one question right now. I could not find more. The question, these are some 7 marks question. Huh? This is from the old question paper, so the pattern may be different from your pattern. But it's a 7 marks question paper. The question is, analyze the impact of the proportional income tax and an equal yield expenditure tax on saving. We have discussed it and I shared that part from Subroto Ganguly. And check it, this is there. The comparison between the proportional income tax and the equal yield expenditure tax on savings. The next question is a 15 marks question. Do you think that an indirect tax necessarily impose an excess burden compared to the direct tax of equal yield? That is also from Subroto Ganguly. We have discussed. I'm not getting anything from unit 1. That is why I'm going here and there. Explain how far that excess burden is due to the limited consideration of the choice problem. What is the progressive system of taxation and why is the taxation of a country made progressive? Achha. Progressive can occur. Definitely to get the equality. Under equal sacrifice principle, show that the taxation will be progressive if the term equal sacrifice is interpreted in a specific way. Yes, that equal absolute sacrifice, equal marginal sacrifice, these are there. So once there is equal marginal sacrifice, that will give you the maximum equality. That is also from Subroto Ganguly. The reference, that material is from the Subroto Ganguly, which I have shared with you. This is all. I don't have any question. Let me check just a minute. Give give me one more minute, huh? No, I'm very sorry. I could not find question paper even from the internet. Actually, I have to go to the college to collect all those public finance question papers. I don't have any other than 2012 question paper, which I've discussed with you. So I have to go there. If you have any such question, please share. Do you have any public finance previous question papers? Anyone in this class? Anyone in this class? Do you have any public finance question paper? No. Yes. Yes. Someone's microphone is on. Are you trying to share anything? Anyway, so here I am going to ask some question, huh? Because throughout the session I am talking, talking and talking and talking. So here I am going to ask some question. Anyone from this class, tell me what do you mean by public good? Very simple question. What do you mean by public good? Anyone? What do you
Ma'am,
mean by
a good that is both non-rival and non-excludable.
okay? And what is public finance? Public good is very good, but what is public finance? What do you mean by public finance? Yes. When I'm asking the question, six students left the class because now it is their turn to talk or something else. I don't know what is the reason, but I have seen that six students have left the class. So tell me, what do you mean by public finance? What is discussed under the heading of public finance? What is public finance? It's an open book question. You can open your net, you can open your books, whatever. Just tell me, what is public finance? What do you mean by public finance?
Study of role of the government in the economy and how it is affecting everything,
Okay, role of
the
the government.
decisions.
Yes, yes, decision with respect to what? Development?
Economy like financial sector, development, everything.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you. It is not the development, first of all. Huh? It is only the financial sector. How the government will get his revenue and how he can distribute his revenue for the welfare purpose of the economy. That is the thing. How the welfare is improved, how economy can develop or cannot develop through this policy. This is not the concern. Here, the concern is only what are the avenues. Okay, and obviously how it will impact the individual with respect to the savings, with respect to the investment, with respect to the consumption. These things are there, but you know what do you mean by development? Development means there is an improvement of the health, there is an improvement of education, this and that, per capita income and everything. So how public finance is improving the development is not the concern of public finance. Public finance is basically concerned about the government behavior, how the government is government financial behavior, right? The income and expenditure of the government and how this will influence the economy as a whole. That much is okay. Very good. Now I'm asking the next question. Okay. The next thing is how the individual will react, or okay, just tell me, if two commodities are private good, say the consumer is consuming two commodities, those are private good. Now what is the optimality condition? The welfare maximizing condition, if two commodities are two private commodities are consumed by the individual.
Ma'am, MRS of X equals to MRS of Y if X and Y are two private goods.
এতদিন পড়াশোনা করার পরে এমআরএস অফ এক্স, এক্স একটা প্রাইভেট গুড, এমআরএস টা কি?
Marginal rate of substitution.
ইয়েস, মার্জিনাল রেট অফ,
MRPT, sorry.
ও আরোই গন্ডগোল করছে। এমআরএস নয়, ইটস এমআরএস অফ ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল ওয়ান, ইটস নট এমআরএস অফ কমোডিটি
Sorry.
এক্স। Okay, MRS of individual 1 is equal to MRS of individual 2. If there are two individuals and there are two commodities, A, B, C, D, whatever. So this is the optimality condition when two commodities are private. Now tell me, if two commodities are private and there are two producers, there are two producers who are going to produce two commodities, and two factors of productions are there, 2 cross 2 model. Okay? 2 cross 2 model. Two commodities and two factors of production, and the commodities are private. Simple. What is the optimality condition? The economy is producing two private goods using two factors of production. Then what is the optimality condition? কোথায় গেলে সবাই?
Ma'am, MRS equals to
যা, একে তো শুধু অম্বালিকাই আনসার করছে, বাকি আমি কারোর গলা শুনতে পাচ্ছি না। আমি সবার গলা শুনতে চাই, তার মধ্যে আবার অম্বালিকার লাইন ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছে।
Ma'am, MRTS one of first producer equal to MRTS of second producer.
Exactly, very good. Now I am listening sound of anyone else other than Ombalika. Very good. So this is the thing. Okay, very good. Now, if there are two commodities, one is private, another is public, then what is
Ma'am, MRPT equals to MRS A plus MRS B.
MRS A and MRS B? Acha.
Plus.
Yes, yes. Plus MRS A plus MRS of B is equal to MR কি বলছো? MR
PT, marginal of product transformation.
Okay. Are you agree with it, everyone? All of you? Is it okay? Or you want to say anything else? Yes, it is MRPT. Okay, fine. Now the next question. If it is, say there are n number of individuals, right? If there are n number of individuals and there are two commodities, one is private, another is public. Okay. Then what will be the optimal condition? বুঝা গেছে কি বললাম? I said that we are discussing everything with respect to 2 cross 2 cross 2 model. Here I am telling you that one per private good, another public good is there, very fine. But n number of consumers are consuming it, n for not. Then what will be the optimal condition? তো পারা উচিত। There are n number of individuals who are consuming one public good and another private good. Then what is the optimal condition? কেন হবে না? যদি দুজনের জন্য হয় কেন n জনের জন্য হচ্ছে না? কোথায় গেলে সবাই মিলে?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম,
বলো। I want to listen.
MRS of 1 plus MRS of 2 plus MRS of up to n will be equivalent to PT.
MRPT, right. So it's a summation of MRS I from 1 to n, okay, is equal to MRPT. That will be the optimal condition. Okay, so this is how you can extend your theoretical model to the real life. Okay, it will be more realistic. Okay. So anything else you want to ask from unit 1? Oh, Garima has written. Very good. But I have not checked. Rohit কি সব লিখেছো? Management of a country's revenue expenditure. Okay, is it something related with what is public finance? Management of a country's revenue and expenditure. Not the country, it's the government. Okay, because country's revenue means people of the country. Na? If you are exporter, then your revenue is also a part of the country's revenue, but this is not a part of public finance. Okay, so public finance is exclusively for the government. It's discussing everything with respect to the government behavior. Oh, that is why Prokashya is not asking. Right. That is why I was also thinking why Prokashya is not talking. So I think this is for unit 1. I will definitely arrange some question papers for the next class. Otherwise, it's very difficult to discuss that how to give the answer of the question paper. I don't know how. That lockdown should be over. Otherwise, I cannot go there. Okay, let me try. And the thing is there? Let me check one thing. Is there Shoptashu or Ashavardhan? Ashavardhan left the class. So Shoptashu, are you here? No. Okay. So for today, I don't have anything to discuss. If you want to ask any question, you are